Hi, everyone. Welcome to the breakout session on developer resources. And my name is Chris Whong. In the past, I've been known as a civic hacker, but I've also been a Mapbox developer and been teaching web mapping for quite a while. I've also been a solutions architect and a solution engineer. And I also am an urbanist and I love cities. So a lot of the times, if you see me do examples, I'll be doing lots of examples that are based in New York City. But here's how you can get in touch with me with Twitter. My title is Senior Developer Evangelist, and I'm leading our Developer Relations program, which is, we're happy to announce at today's event. So thanks for joining. So very simply, our mission is to inspire and equip all who build with Mapbox tools and services. So hopefully with some of the stuff we are going to share today, you'll be inspired and some of it will lead to you being equipped. But come back to this mission, and I recite this in everything that I do, and I want to make sure that we are setting developers up for success. And I'm speaking to you as somebody who has been a Mapbox developer for 8 years or so, and really excited to be kind of carrying that torch. So thanks for coming today. Most of this breakout room, I want to spend actually showing a lot of different resources. So this is a developer resources breakout. So we're actually just going to load a lot of these things live and I'll talk through them. Stephanie, my colleague here, will be posting the links into the chat if you want to bookmark any of these. And then we'll have some time at the end for Q&A. So we'll just jump right in. But these 3 categories are kind of how I divide my work program and how I look at our developer relations program. So the first is content, the second is community, and the third is dev tools and developer tooling and technology. So you can think of those as like developer support products. So the first one is the docs. So let's actually click on this link. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you see a web browser now?
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of times you land on the docs via a Google search. And that's great, but like if you actually come in through the front door, this is actually a really wonderful overview of everything that we provide. And I think not just maps is probably the most important part here. Is that you can scroll down and we do have a lot more products to offer in terms of navigation, search. We do some vision. We also have data products. A lot of times those are behind the scenes in your maps. But I would encourage you to come, check out the docs and actually explore them, because there's a lot more than just the API references that you've seen in the past. I've contributed to this website quite a bit, and would love to know your ideas for tutorials and things like that you think should exist. Next one I'm going to click on is the blog. So right now there's not a whole. This is basically the Mapbox blog, but we have a tag for the developer, or a tag for developers. So I'm actually going to go through a lot of the older content and make sure some of this stuff is tagged properly, but we do kind of want like a subset that is more developer focused. So I've had the joy of writing a few of these over the last few months that I've been here. But let me know what you would love to see in terms of blog posts that would help you get moving on the things that you're working on. Spotlight videos. Let me pause this so it doesn't play. I'm going to take a pause after this, Stephanie, and we'll look at the poll. But yeah, so we have these developer spotlight interviews. So I've actually run 3 of these so far, and I have another one in post-production right now. But basically, we want to have a short conversation with people who are building with Mapbox, learn what they're working on with a little bit of a technical bend. So I would encourage you to go check these out. And they're a lot of fun. They're pretty short. They're only 20 minutes long, 15 or 20 minutes, and you can get kind of a straight from the horse's mouth story about how people are building and what kind of challenges they're encountering and overcoming. There's a really great one by Will Fisher from the New York MTA talking about transit. That's probably the favorite one I've done so far. So check out those videos. Tutorials. So this is again on the docs site, but if you come through, you can see that we have lots of tutorials set up. So each one of these, we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. It'll tell you kind of what language it's in. And these are things we can spin up very quickly and just add new content for. So same thing, kind of a call to action to you is like, what tutorials would you like to see? Let me know through whatever channels you can get a hold of me, but I'll see what I can do to help make those come into existence. So these are very helpful. How-to videos. So these are slightly, these are different than the spotlight videos. These are actually helping you accomplish a simple task.
In this video, I'll show you how to put markers on a map.
And I'm going to pause this one here, but these are actually very short. I wanted to show you the timestamp here, but all of these are under 5 minutes, and that's kind of by design. So we haven't made a whole lot of new ones of these lately, and a lot of them are focused on GL. But there are some on design and things like that. So I encourage you to check out the how-to videos. They can be a great resource for getting started. Actually, sorry, before we move on to the webinars, let's do the poll. So I think we can just hit end poll, right? Okay. And let's share results. I'm not sure what you're seeing, Stephanie, but I'm not seeing. Poll one.
I clicked on share results.
Yeah, where does it go?
Not sure what it's sharing.
Yeah. All right.
We can see the polls on our screens, I think.
You can see them?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I can't see them. Okay. Well, whoever was talking just there, can you tell me what the breakdown is of mobile versus web versus?
I just see one answer, and it's mobile developer that I typed. That's it. That's what
You can see your own answer.
Yeah.
All right. We should have rehearsed this more because I'm not sure. I thought it was going to make a little chart for us or something like that. Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's see if we can figure it out. Let's see. Relaunch poll. Oh, it's so frustrating. All I can see, I see 100% of people answered, and now I can't. I want to see the results, but I can't. So, all right, we'll keep rolling. Whoops. Hold on. Go back in my slides. Okay, so I did how-to videos. Getting started webinars. So if you go to mapbox.com/webinars, you'll see a lot of older webinars from I think we did a lot more of them through COVID in like 20 and 2021. But here we have a new getting started series. So I've been doing these on Mapbox GL, but that's going to be a 3-part introductory series, and then we're going to move on to other products. So we're moving on to like mobile SDK, mobile maps SDK for iOS next. After that, we'll just kind of pick a different Mapbox product to do getting started series on. For more advanced topics, I am also planning like a more general like developer webinar that I'll be announcing probably in January. So stay tuned for that if you want to tune in. And that's the kind of thing where I would love like just, give me a topic the same way I asked you for a blog post or a tutorial, and we can have like, somebody come on the screen and like live code and talk through, overcoming a specific challenge with one of our products. So check out the webinars. I keep scrolling and that keeps changing the slide. I want to show these awesome lists very quickly, and I won't show all of them, but let's look at the demos one. That's probably the simplest one. So I just mean that like in my daily life, I am constantly coming across different examples. And this is just a great place to document them, and they're open source. So you can see somebody here has actually contributed content to this one in particular, but I have one for demos. I have one for like finished product web maps, and I have one for more just general external resources like blog posts and tutorials and videos written by people that don't work at Mapbox. So I'm trying to just have a sort of curated list of all these things. So for example, scrolly interactions, I click on this one and it shows this interesting example where you can like scroll up and down and see a line string animate on the map. So check out the awesome lists. Most excited to announce, I wish I would stop doing that, is the Mapbox Developers Discord. So if I click on this, oh, it's going to invite me. Okay, I'm already in there. So let's just show you what it looks like. Oh no, of course, Discord's going to update. Okay, so yeah, somebody asked on Twitter like last summer before I started, how does Mapbox not have a Discord? And I said, that's a wonderful question. So we decided to make one. So I welcome you all to join this Discord. It's a great place. You can ask for help. You can share what you're working on. You can share some screenshots and some code. I think, it's been soft launched for a few weeks. So we've had some active developers in here talking about things that they're working on and problems that they're having. So come on in, and we'd love to, once we get enough people, we'll have, it's one of those good problems to have, and we can start breaking out into other channels and things like that. So please come and join us. I should mention Stack Overflow. I don't think I need to follow this link, but actually I will. Lots of questions. There's over 6,000 questions on Stack Overflow that are tagged Mapbox, and we would love your help answering these questions. So we screen them a little bit. If people are asking high quality questions, you can upvote them. And if you have the means, we would love to answer one, have people in the community answer them. I'm actually looking into setting up some kind of like bounty program where you can get a mug or a t-shirt or some kind of swag if you help out with these. So that would be wonderful. But in the meantime, if you can just go check it out, that would be great. We also set up a Mapbox developers Twitter. So this has just gone live a couple days ago. So go ahead and follow that. And I'll be tweeting things that like don't necessarily fit into our corporate Twitter, list of things to talk about. So we'll be, a lot more developer focused content, releases of packages and libraries, examples and tutorials and things like that. Okay, it's 2:15. We're running a little behind schedule, so I'm going to move really fast.
I'm going to hop, Chris. Okay.
Okay, take care. GeoJSON.io I would share. So this is like something I've been using for years, but had the opportunity to modernize it a little bit in the last couple months since I started here. So this is a great tool that a lot of spatial developers use to just create GeoJSON on the fly. And you can see I can like draw a polygon here and get GeoJSON that I can literally copy and paste into my code when I'm working on Mapbox GL projects. This is also a great showcase for the different new core styles that they were just talked about in the main session. So go ahead and poke around in there. There's also a couple new bell and whistle features that we've added, but all this is open source. And if you're an aspiring Mapbox GL developer, this is actually a great place to get started with some contributions. So go check out the code repository, and we'd love to have some more help on that. I also want to bring your attention to this developer cheat sheet, which we shared in the main session. So I've been working on this one, but sort of, a little easier to digest than just, and a lot more fun to explore, I guess, than just reading a list of services. And it's a little more fun because you can kind of click on, or, it's like a memory game, but you can, toggle each one and see what that thing does. And if you click on one of these like section titles, you can actually, turn over the entire section. So, and then if you click, for example, it'll actually take you out to the documentation or the landing page for that feature. So this is a lot of fun to build. So I would love to hear, hear if you have any feedback on that. And then last but not least is the API playgrounds. So these are great places to start using our APIs. And I'll show you very quickly, like the directions API. You can go read the docs, but this is a much easier way to just craft an API call. So if I wanted to go from New York to Pittsburgh, for example, you can see the request down here is actually well formed, so you can actually just copy and paste that, and it's basically a UI for making these making these API calls. And then under response, you can actually inspect the response that came back. So this is great. I should also call your attention to electric vehicle routing, which I had the opportunity to work on this, which was fun. But now you can actually try out the EV routing and use different types of vehicles and see what the trip would look like for that kind of for using an electric vehicle. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I didn't leave a lot of time for Q&A, but maybe I can take one question if we have somebody who wants to yell something out. And in the meantime, yeah, I think thank you for coming to this breakout room. Time went by very quickly. You wanted a URL for the cheat sheet? Somebody's asking. Let me see if I can find it. It's up here somewhere. And if you can't, any other questions you have now after this session, you can go ahead and jump into the Discord and ask. Does anybody want to talk right now? Okay, so with that, I guess we'll wrap up this session. So you can jump into the next one, but really awesome to be able to share this stuff with you today. And I look forward to following up with some of you on Discord or any other point in the future. So thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.